As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting a warm glow over the city of New York, Sarah sat at her desk in the bustling insurance office. She had been working here for 2 years now, and while she loved her job, it could be monotonous at times. However, on this particular day, something felt different. The air was thick with anticipation, and Sarah couldn't help but feel a strange sense of excitement coursing through her veins. The office had been unusually quiet all afternoon, with the usual chatter and laughter between coworkers noticeably absent. Sarah glanced around, trying to pinpoint the source of this strange energy that seemed to be pulsing throughout the room. Her gaze landed on the tall, dark-haired man standing in the doorway of her cubicle. His name was Michael, and he had been working as an accountant at the insurance office for just as long as Sarah. They were friendly acquaintances but had never really crossed paths outside of work. As she looked into his dark eyes, Sarah felt a flutter of excitement in her stomach. She knew that this moment was about to change everything between them. Michael leaned casually against the edge of her cubicle, a smirk playing at the corners of his lips. "Sarah," he began, his voice low and seductive, "I've been watching you all day. I can't help but notice that you seem more alive today than usual." Sarah blushed, feeling her cheeks grow warm with embarrassment. She looked down at her desk, avoiding Michael's gaze as she tried to regain her composure. I don't know what you mean," she stammered, trying to play it cool. Michael raised an eyebrow, a knowing smile spreading across his face. He stepped closer to Sarah, his body language making it clear that he was not going to let this go. "Come on, Sarah, I see the way you look at me sometimes. The way your eyes linger just a little too long when you think no one is watching." Sarah's heart was racing now, her breath coming in short gasps as she struggled to find the words to respond. She knew that this moment could either be the beginning of something beautiful or the end of their friendship. As Michael leaned in closer, she made up her mind. "Michael," she whispered, her voice barely above a whisper, "I've been wanting to do this for so long." Their lips met in a passionate kiss that seemed to last an eternity. As they broke apart, Sarah could see the desire in Michael's eyes. She reached up and gently ran her fingers through his hair, pulling him closer as their bodies pressed together. The heat between them was palpable, and Sarah knew that she wanted this more than anything in the world. They moved away from the cubicle, making their way towards the back office, where they could be alone. As the door closed behind them, they were finally able to give in to the passion that had been building between them for so long. Sarah felt Michael's hands on her waist, pulling her closer as his lips trailed down her neck and across her collarbone. She moaned softly in pleasure, her hands running through his hair as he continued to explore her body. The sound of their heavy breathing filled the room, mixing with the soft murmurs of love and desire that flowed between them. As they continued to kiss and touch each other, Sarah felt a warmth spreading throughout her body. She could feel Michael's hardness pressing against her through his pants, and she knew that he was just as eager for this as she was. Michael broke the kiss, looking deep into Sarah's eyes as he whispered, "I want you so much, Sarah." Sarah smiled, feeling a sense of euphoria wash over her as she responded, "Then take me, Michael. Take me right here, right now." With that, they both knew there was no turning back. They would be forever entwined in this passionate love affair that had begun in the quiet confines of their insurance office. As the days turned into weeks and the weeks into months, Sarah and Michael continued to explore each other's bodies and souls. Their love grew stronger with every passing moment, and they knew that they would never be able to let go of this intense connection they had found. In the end, their love story became more than just an erotic tale set in an insurance office. It became a testament to the power of passion and desire, showing that even in the most unexpected of places, true love can blossom and flourish. As they stood there, wrapped in each other's arms, Sarah couldn't help but feel like she was on cloud nine. She had never felt this way before, like her entire world had come to a standstill because of one person. Michael pulled back slightly, his eyes locked onto hers as he whispered, "I've been wanting to do that for so long." Sarah's heart skipped a beat at the admission. She knew exactly what he meant, the unspoken tension between them, the way they would steal glances at each other during meetings and pretend it was just coincidence. But now, with their lips still tingling from the kiss, Sarah felt like she could finally let her guard down. "I've been wanting to do that too," she whispered back, her voice barely audible over the pounding of her heart. Michael's eyes crinkled at the corners as he smiled, his fingers tracing gentle patterns on her waist. "So what are we waiting for?" he asked, his voice low and husky. Sarah felt a shiver run down her spine as she realized that they were standing in the middle of an office, with coworkers just a few feet away. But Michael's words sparked something within her. A sense of rebellion, maybe, or a desire to take control of their own destiny. Without another word, Sarah reached up and pulled Michael's head back down to hers. Their lips met again, this time with a fierce intensity that left them both breathless. As they broke apart for air, Sarah knew that she was in trouble, the kind of trouble that would change her life forever. But at the moment, she didn't care. All she could think about was the way Michael's eyes seemed to see right through her, and the way his touch made her feel like she was home. "Let's get out of here," Michael whispered, his voice husky with desire. Sarah nodded, feeling a sense of excitement build in her chest. She knew that they were taking a risk, one that could cost them their jobs or even their reputations. But as she looked into Michael's eyes, she knew that it was worth it. For the first time in her life, Sarah felt like she was living on the edge, and she couldn't wait to see what happened next.